David KOSOY and his partners have a high interest in TCI Bank Limited and are currently in negotiations with liquidators Anthony Kikavarakis and Andrew Munnings to stabilize, purchase, and reopen the bank. We're finally seeing the man behind the bid to buy the bank, David KOSOY of Sterling Companies. KOSOY, in a press conference with media representatives on April 23rd, outlined his mission of getting depositors of TCI Bank money now and his focus on regrouping and reshaping the bank.
But there are many rumors going around about offers we've made, and we've just published a press release as to the main proposals. And what we believe is that we, at the present time, unless there's someone else that has come around, have given us, the depositors, the best chance of getting the most money back and keeping a bank here that will still exist with jobs, etc., in the future, as opposed to someone liquidating the bank, and in our opinion, returning less money to the depositors and having no future for the bank.
The investor stated that depositors and shareholders may have lost trust in TCI Bank Limited, especially after being slapped with liquidation, but has a plan if successful.
Number one, we would change the name of the bank. That's number one. We would recapitalize it. And so the good bank would have capital. And I think the reputation of the people behind the bank, we know we can get depositors and we would have great service. And that's how we would get it back. We have business in place now if we want. I presently run a fund in excess of $55 million, and you can phone up people to put in deposits. That's how it is, and you have to gain back people's confidence.
So with that name change, will the bank be considered as indigenous any longer? KOSOY said in his opinion he never thought the bank was indigenous.
Okay, as far as being an indigenous bank, well, quite truthfully, I don't think it was an indigenous bank if you really look at it. If you look at it, 48% of the shareholders were the ECC banks, which in my opinion are not indigenous. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so that's 48%. So I don't know for a fact, but I'm sure there's another 2-3% of there were owned by maybe some expats. What is the use of having an indigenous bank that's not successful? I would rather have 49% indigenous of a successful bank than 51% indigenous of a not successful bank. So if it's the indigenous aspect that the people are hung up on, you saw what the last one did.
KOSOY was asked why purchase TCI Bank and what's in it for him.
I'm just trying to do what's best for the depositors, and if our offer is best for the depositors, then so be it. If someone else's offer comes in that's better, so be it. I make a living without this bank. I was brought in here to help with the bank voluntarily by other people here because they thought we could do a good job. And we are businessmen and we are successful. I mean, if anybody knew our history or whatever, they know that we make money for partners. So what's in it for me? Because I think that we can turn it around and I can make money. I mean, that's why people go into business. I'm not hiding anything, but I also am making money for the other 49% of the shareholders that were in the old bank that are able to come in the bank. And there are some shareholders already that want to get involved in the new co-bank, so to speak.
KOSOY said if approved, they will open the bank quickly. He talked about the timing.
If we're approved by the FSC and our deal is approved by the courts, we would open up if we can make a deal with the landlords and everything. If not, we'd find other premises that are more suitable from a cost point of view. We would open up within 48 hours and we'll hire back. Some of the people are still working there, I think. And we would do things obviously slowly because, we can't let 500 people come in the door day one. We'll have to worry about that. And people, quite truthfully, whether it's us or the provisional, in our proposal, they can take out they can't just start withdrawing. They can open new accounts, this, that over here. and monies as we collect it will go back to the depositors.
Meantime, KOSOY didn't say how much depositors will get back, but he said depositors will get more than in a liquidation process.
You know, I know there's a number of fractions, and there is a creditors group we've talked to that are very civil and business minded, and then there's some others that just don't want to meet. And you know, whether it's personal or not, I don't think personality should come into this. I think the good of the people and the depositors should be the main focus. And if some of the larger creditors here have a personality issue, then I think they should appoint someone else with business acumen to deal with it, because it shouldn't be the personality issue coming into this. It should be the bottom line dollars, what is best for the depositors in this country, and what is best to get things rolling again by doing a bank as opposed to liquidation.
We'll have part 2 of this press conference in a subsequent newscast. For WIV4 News, I'm Takara Bain.